You're probably already thinking about your budget for the new year, how to save money, or possibly how to get out of debt. Our next guest is a financial expert who says, ditch your budget and learn to save even more. Welcome the author of The Joy of Financial Security, Donna Skeels Cygan. How are you? It's good to see you again.
It's always good to be back in Seattle.
Happy New Year.
Thank
So
you.
what do you mean by ditch your budget?
It sounds counterintuitive.
Yes.
But I really think that budgets they put us in a mode of deprivation, like we can't buy something that we want to buy. And so it's kind of a negative concept. And focusing on saving is so much more positive and actually more powerful. So if we focus on saving and kick our savings into gear in the new year, we can actually forget about the budget.
So experts talk about saving 15 to 20% of our income, which for a lot of people just sounds impossible.
Right.
How do you do it?
Well, first of all, you look at what you're saving right now. And I think there's a slide.
Yeah, we're going to show a budget graph.
There we go. It's on the website, joyoffinancialsecurity.com. You can drop in the numbers and it'll calculate it for you. But let's say somebody is saving in their 401k, because that's common. You save through your employer's plan. And in this example, they're saving 6%. And the reason I use that is that that's commonly the number where an employer might then match 3%.
So we don't add anything more, we just stop there.
Right, so you definitely want to always contribute enough to get the maximum from your employer. Then if somebody saves more in a Roth IRA, in this example only $100 a month, then they're saving $4,800, and then you look at what's your income. I used Microsoft as an example. I know Microsoft's a big employer in this area. So let's say somebody's making $60,000. In this example, they're saving 8%. You just divide the savings by the total income, saving 8%. And then you look at how can I increase that? So maybe somebody's not saving anything. Maybe they're saving 5. You try to increase it a few percentage points each year. There are a few shortcuts. One is that if you're lucky enough to get a tax refund, half of it needs to go to savings. And that will quickly kick that percentage up. And then also opening a Roth IRA, $50 a month, $100 a month, it adds up. And the wonderful thing about saving is that once you start, it gets easier. And you see the rewards very quickly.
Yes, and the money just goes in there and you don't think about it. But let's say somebody's in a good deal of debt, has credit card debt, maybe debt over the holidays, or it's built up over the years. Is it important to take care of that first before you concentrate on savings?
Yes, I think it's important to tackle that debt. And it takes a very deliberate commitment, because often I think we kind of hope our finances will take care of themselves.
Yes, somehow it'll just work out.
It never does. And so it requires our attention. We have to pay attention and decide. I recommend laying the credit card bills on the top of the table, looking at how much they are, what's the balance, which ones have the highest rate, and make a commitment to pay them off as quickly as possible. And then also start saving in the new year. That's so important.
You distinguish between good debt and bad debt, those things that are kind of a waste and those things that are an investment. So how do we tell the difference?
Well, good debt is always debt that has a long-term benefit. So having a mortgage is good debt. Usually having an educational loan is a good debt because it's got all these years of benefit in your earning years. Typically a credit card debt is bad debt because it was used to purchase a meal or a vacation or clothing that is long gone, has no further benefit.
And accrues what, a lot of
20% interest.
Big, 19% interest.
Oftentimes, yeah. And so you want to get rid of bad debt. You want to stop incurring bad debt, and good debt is perfectly fine. But get rid of the credit card debt as quickly as possible.
So you also write about getting more joy from your money and less stress, because we think about it, worry about it. We don't do much about it, but we stress about it quite a lot. How do we get our arms around that emotionally?
Well, I think that money has a tremendous amount of power in our society, and so we need to acknowledge that, but we need to realize it's a tool. It's a tool there for us to manage wisely, spend wisely, and then it can bring us more happiness. So I'm a firm believer in saying having a high net worth has nothing to do with being a happy person. They are not highly correlated. But if we manage it wisely and really treat it wisely and don't put it on too high of a pedestal, it can make us happier. So the things that make us happier, according to psychology research, are not more things. It's not the materialistic things. We want to take our focus away from that. It's our relationships with friends and family, nurturing our creativity, focusing on gratitude, and those are the things that can really make us rich.
And if you don't overspend, then you can take care of yourself, reduce your stress, and then hopefully be a little happier. those credit cards can be a joy, and they can be your downfall. So that's a great place to start.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Donna. We'll post her website on ours so you can check out her budget calculator to figure out how much you're saving and what you need to do. And coming up, how Volunteers of America is reaching out in innovative ways to help young people in crisis. Very important work, and that's next. Thank you.